Hi guys. So I kind of just wanted to address a couple of things that have happened recently, just because I feel like I should probably just be kind of real with you guys. And someone reached out to me on Instagram maybe last night or the night before, I don't remember, and basically said, I want to know how you work with everything that you have going on. And it hit me really weird because I've been asked that a lot. I've been asked like super honestly, and this person was definitely asking me honestly. They truly just wanted to know. I've been accused multiple times of faking everything in my life, for attention, for whatever else. So it hit me when they asked, actually, wanting to know that I probably should be a little more real about the fact that I'm not working right now. I appreciate everyone who was super excited for me and the opportunity that I had, but I pushed myself extremely far past my limits, which I'm kind of known to do. If you know me well, then you know that I push pretty far, which is dangerous to an extent. So basically, I got up one morning and I got ready and I went to get on the highway, and I didn't know where I was going. I had no idea which way to go. Like, you can either go to one of our big cities or the other. Like, we live in between two really big cities, and I didn't know. Like, I just stopped in the middle of everything and tried to figure out which way to go, and I had been going the same way for the last several weeks. And that was the day that it hit me that probably going a little past what I need to be doing. And so I ultimately had to walk away from something that, was very exciting, but it's exciting for someone who can handle a full-time responsibility. And I'll just be real that it's not me. It's just not. And when I previously was working at my other office that I was at for a long time, I only worked 2 days when I went back. I did not work for almost 2 years. And then when I went back, I only worked 2 days a week. And then slowly I worked 3 days. And I only worked 4 days a week for a short period of time. And by 4 days, it was 32, maybe 33 hours. That's full time in the dental world. So it wasn't like a 40-hour kind of week thing. I didn't do 40 hours. But I also want to be real with you guys and say that by doing more days there, I was the sickest I had ever been. So last year, when I did work 4 days, I moved up to 4 days in April of last year. May last year was the first time I was hospitalized, and then 4 more times last year. So just to give you an idea that it just wasn't realistic for me. So it just hit me that I really wanted to explain that better, because I feel like maybe sometimes it came across like I did a lot. And yeah, sometimes I push way too far. I ended up sitting in the floor of my office, like with my feet up and not knowing my name. So I just want to like be super real with you guys and let you know that like I sacrificed a lot to do that, and I did it because I had a goal of paying off some debt that I put myself into by being at home for 2 years and online shopping a lot. And I felt like I owed it to myself, and then I had something to prove to myself. But don't do that. Like don't do that, guys. So yeah, I just really wanted to be like really honest and tell you guys that like it's not all that it's cracked up to be sometimes. And yeah, so here I am back at home, trying to figure out how to mentally handle that, because it's a lot to be at home and be sick all the time. And when I was working 3 or 4 days, what that looked like was mentally not being in a good place, not sleeping, hair falling out in chunks, like just not in a good place, and not knowing who I was, not knowing like really anything anymore, and just getting to a really bad point. So yeah, it seemed like, I think from the outside, that it was probably really great, and I just want you guys to know that it's fine to be where you are. Like, it's fine to not be working. It's fine to just be sick, and it's okay to, like, this is a full-time job. I have so many appointments in the next like week that I'm like, there's just no way to juggle all of that. And I realized that pretty heavily last year, the last time that I was in the hospital. I kind of realized that something was going to have to give when this house was finished. And it was finished in April, and so thankfully kind of Corona happened in a bad way. Like, I don't mean that in a good way, but like it was good for me because it gave me a chance to really reevaluate like my situation and where I'm at. But I just wanted to address that because it was a question that I get a lot from people about how do you do that. And the thing is, I did it, but I'm not really sure how. And it came crashing down. So it came crashing down personally for multiple reasons, and it came crashing down professionally for multiple reasons. So yeah, I just wanted to be real and say like it's totally fine for all of you guys to like just be where you're at and not be working, and that's fine because having to do all this stuff is a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that I am kind of where I was a couple years ago. It's really hard, and it's been very challenging to be back in this situation again. So I really appreciate everyone who has reached out to me recently, because you've kind of seen that something is probably up personally, and so I appreciate that. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of address that because it is something that I've been asked a lot over the last 3 years. And I just don't want you guys to think that it was like all rainbows and butterflies and that I was never sick and tired. And, you know, I just put on like a lot of smiling and a lot of happy for a lot of my own reasons because I've been in really bad, dark places. And so for me, I don't want to be there anymore. And that's the only reason, but it doesn't mean that like I wasn't sick through all that and I wasn't like not okay. But thank you guys. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, just wanted to give you an update. Bye.